Welcome to this video guide for CABaNe usage. It is a complement to the written user guide, and we will cover most of the basic steps. First, our images are stored like this, all in TIFF in separated channels. We will start by creating a folder in which we will work. I will call it CABaNe test. Then we will open the macro in ImageJ and run it. Here I am going to do a sorting. This is not mandatory, but it will help us prevent errors in later analysis and save us a lot of time. It can also help us automatically create the folder we will need, as well as sort the images per conditions. So when you select the option for sorting and you click OK, you're going to have this window. In this window, you're going to select your path. So your first path is going to be the path from your raw images. And your second path is going to be the folder in which you're going to work, and in which the macro is going to create the folders. Here we're going to automatically sort the images because we have A3, which is the well. So we're going to use that information to sort the images. If we had different wells, so for example F or B3, we could have used that to make different conditions, but for simplicity's sake, here we're going to have only one condition. So here it is running automatically, you don't have to do anything. In the end, it will tell you how much image it removed. In this case, we don't have any invalid images, so none will be removed. You can see that in the CABaNe test folder, we had an image to treat folder which created with the condition A3. If we didn't sort images, we would have a generic folder. And we also have the result folder with the same condition name. Condition name had to be the same in the image to treat and in the result folder. So this is what your folders and files should look like at step 1.2. You should have your input-output folders, here name images to treat and results. In these folders, you should have the condition folders here named A03, but it can be whatever your condition names are. And the images to be analyzed have to be in the condition folder of the images to treat. So now we're going to start CABaNe again. The objective here is first to select the path in order to do a test filtering. So to do so, we need to select our input folder and our output folder. First, I will put some filters that are not as accurate as they can be, so you can see the differences between different types of folder, and we're going to set the test filter condition. And we're going to start the test filtering. So you can choose to put how much images you want. Here I'm going to put only one, but you can put more per condition if needed. You have all the steps of the filtering available if you need to check more in detail what is happening. So once you're done looking, you can click OK, and you will be sent back to the main menu. Your analysis parameters will be saved, so you can start another test filtering or the analysis differently. So here we're going to put more precise filters. Also, I have to say that in this condition, we put the keyword orange for cells and blue for nuclei, because it's the word we have in our channels. So now we have the second analysis done, and I'm going to show soon the differences between the two filtering that we made. So our first filter was a triangle filter, which is more reliable but also less precise, as you can see in the left image, where the nuclear segmentation is a bit more rough. Using the minimum filter, we have something that is more precise, but that is generally less reliable. You can see that the Neurite is really closely segmented. So we're going to use these parameters for our next analysis. So our filters are correct, and now we're going to go for the analysis. So we change the operation to analysis, and we put the same parameter because the parameter were already set from our previous test filter analysis. And we're going to do a segmentation of the right length from the body, because we have a good body segmentation. When we click run, the analysis is going to start, and it's going to be automated. In the log window, you can follow the overall progress with the current image analysis, and here you can see the cells analysis going on. This part is at times 16 speed because we don't need to do anything and we want this video to be as fast as possible. So after a while, this analysis is done, you'll be notified by the program. And in your result folder, we still have our A3, but we have some new folders. First one is going to be metadata. Metadata is going to be a summary of all the variables you selected. That way you can control the way you did the analysis and potentially take the same parameters for later analysis. Our second folder is going to be the segmentation check. In this one, you have the region of interest, and you have a summary image containing basically a summary of all the region of interest, so the nuclei, the body, and the cells, as well as the neurites, on your cell image. By changing the channel displayed, you can better see how accurate your segmentation was. As you can see here with our example cell. Then, if we go to the result per field of view, we have the checks, which is single cell images, give you some information on the segmentation of cells, and also single cells Excel. That's going to be per cell the result for each branch that was calculated. One of the most interesting Excel we have here is a summary. So this summary is going to be a summary for each cells, one line, with all the information we measured. But this can still be a lot of work to summarize, because you have one summary file per condition. So if you have a lot of conditions, it's going to be a lot of work. So we developed a Python code to help you sort the data. Our first step is going to take a pre-made summary Excel file and put it in the main folder. Then we're going to make sure that in each of the conditions we do have our Excel result sheets. Then we're going to go back to our summary file, and since it's pre-made, sometimes it's already have results, so we're going to remove that in all of the pages. And the pages have to have the same name as your conditions. So we're going to close it, we're going to save it. And then we're going to go into Python. So this path is the path of your main folder containing both your input and output folders, and also your summary file. And this is the name of your summary file. So now we're going to run this code. And if everything went well, your condition name should be appearing here. So we are going to open our summary file, and that we see that indeed in the table of A3, we're going to have our results, which are summarized in the final table. Here we only have one condition, but if you have a multitude of conditions, it's starting to be really interesting. Well, thank you for following this guide, and feel free to consult both the article and use the guide in case of doubt, or to contact us if you have further questions or suggestions.